Wait a minute, what am I doing? Two men and a what? Two friends from film school, one who graduated, one who did, and they decided to make a podcast. Okay, this has never been done before, right? Okay. This is Matthew and Harrison's Two Men in a Movie. It's not what it sounds like.
I'm not going to bike hundreds of miles.
Why not?
Because I don't have that ability.
It's good for you.
I don't have that ability.
It's good for your bones.
I understand that. I don't have that ability. I cannot bike hundreds of miles physically. I also barely know how to ride a bike. And
what?
So
Whoa. What do you mean?
I didn't learn how to ride a bike until I was 17. And I barely know how to ride one.
What do you mean you barely know how to ride a bike? You just get on it.
No.
And you pedal.
No, there's this whole balance. Like, I can't balance well, and I especially can't balance while turning. So it's just like...
This is wild.
Why?
I don't know. I just don't know anyone that can't really ride a bike. You would, not do well in The Walking Dead.
They don't ride bikes?
Yeah, they do. Where are they getting gasoline from? What, you think they go to the BP and fill the cars up?
They're walking or running or...
No, that's the dead. The people are on bikes.
No, they're not. I've seen the show and read most. I've seen most of the show and read most of the comic.
I've never done either, but I'm pretty sure they ride bikes.
They don't. They walk. They drive or they walk.
They should be riding bikes.
They don't.
Why not?
Because
it's like the best way to get around in an apocalypse.
But they don't. So
that's weird. All right. I really thought there'd be more bike riding in this thing I've never participated in.
So Monday we had our retreat day, right? Which is just where they sat us in the second floor of the student center in that used to be the upper dining hall. And they
sorry, I was confused because you called it a retreat day. And I would never call that a retreat.
That's what they called it.
I know, but I never thought of it as a retreat. Retreat, you go somewhere.
Yeah, we go to the second floor of the student center.
It's still in your workplace.
It's
literally, you go downstairs, and that's where people work to cook.
It's none of our units.
It's like if I was if I actually went to the office, like, we're going to go on a retreat, and then we went outside.
So they had the I guess lecture update day. They didn't have anyone teach us about gun safety or anything, but they did have a group come in and try and introduce PIP paperwork and performance improvement paperwork, where we they're trying to get us to rate our own performances and self-evaluate and whatever.
Just give yourself 5 stars. Wait, what are they going to do if you just say you're doing the best possible job?
Well, then there's going to be a discrepancy between what we think we're doing and what our bosses think we're doing.
Sounds like they need to take a PIP test because it doesn't look like they're doing their job good. Because if they were doing their job good, they would have a similar result to mine. You know? I'm a difficult employee.
I'm aware.
Say that, but everyone's like, oh, you're so great. Be a manager everywhere I go. So I must actually not be a difficult employee. At every place I've worked at, I've been offered a manager position I've turned down.
Okay.
So they love me for some reason. Probably because they look at my reviews and they're like, oh, this guy's 10 out of 10.
But they're trying to introduce PIP paperwork to Kent State. And then Tuesday, the pizza oven, the Ansel system went off and it caught on fire.
Yeah, you put limestone in the oven or something, right?
No, we
can say it on the podcast. Harrison started that fire.
I did not start the fire.
As an act of rebellion against PIP paperwork.
We don't even know if there was a fire. I didn't see it. I was on my 15.
He texted me a picture of him filling a calzone, which isn't normally served, with gasoline, and it just said, about to get a longer break. Your husband, Harrison. I was like, dude, stop signing your Snapchats.
So the back burner wasn't on. Boss turned on the breaker. Everything is on. I'm like, we're good. I'm going to go on my 15. And I sit down for 3 minutes and the fire alarm goes off and a voice from God says to get the hell out of the building. So we evacuate the building.
Was it the whole building?
Yeah.
Oh, the students must have hated you.
Well, they weren't here. The RAs didn't get back till today.
Oh yeah, it's January. I don't know what day it is.
Yeah, they're other than international students, which I don't know if many of them live in.
No, it's a freshman dorm.
Yeah, so
I spend I've been spending 15 to 20 minutes a day, I'd say, of billable time going back and switching things to 2026. I have no idea what's going on, time-wise.
It happens. Do you want me to cut that?
No.
Okay, cool. I'm just
That's
that's a perfectly
that's
reasonable
work.
that's a perfectly reasonable part of work, but like
That's what
sometimes
everyone's spending so much time going back, and I fill out all the forms, and then like I'll be like, oh god damn it, I have to go back and I have to re-update all the forms. It's rough.
I've yet to write the year on anything. I just do the month and day.
I would say that roughly a third of my job's emails and a third of my job's meetings. A third of my job is writing down the date. I write down the date so much. You'd think I'd be aware of what day it was, considering how often I write down the date. I don't. But I don't know what today is. Is the 8th?
Yeah.
Yeah. For every task I do, I have to enter the date like 5 times. And so it's been a lot of I realized my timekeeping I'd put back like on a very busy day with like 15, 20 tasks. So I had to go manually and change the date 3 times for each task during my timekeeping. I'm like, oh, this sucks. Why do we do this? Why don't we just have 1 year?
Okay.
We just increase the month.
No, then we'd be on like, I don't feel like doing that math, but like the 1200th month.
Well, was it 2025? Yeah, because it's a complete year. It'd be like you write the date 24/300 8 1. It's year 1.
I don't even know how to respond to that.
I don't know. My mom's she ate a ham sandwich the other day.
You texted me that.
Yeah, said his best. Said, I'm like, what? So what? The animals don't have feelings anymore? And then she's like, yeah, well, apparently plants have feelings too, so I don't know what I'm supposed to eat. I'm like, I treat all living things equally if they can go inside of my tummy. Yeah, like really, like, ooh, plants have feelings too. Trees communicate.
Sure.
There's a say that says that like trees will communicate if there's danger. I'm like, why are you telling me a cow is worth more than a tree? Why is that form of life more important than this form of life?
Because there's an idea of, if not sentience, consciousness that doesn't exist in the way we view plants.
I think it's because they don't move.
It's because they don't communicate with us in any way.
I still think if trees moved, people would feel more. We're very like movement central. We have very like thing where like things that are important move.
See, I think as far as living things, I think we're more eye-centric than anything.
Eye-centric?
I think if something...
You think of a tree just sat there with 2 blinking eyes?
Maybe. I think it's why, like, pescatarians exist still within the vegetarian spectrum, because you look in a fish's eyes and they're all dead inside. Like, they're not cute. You don't look in a fish's eyes and think they're adorable, but you look in a cow's eyes and, like...
Bad. You see a little, like, a catfish? I think a catfish possesses far more intelligence than a cow. I see a cow, I'm like...
How would we test that?
I see a cow, I'm like, they have no idea what's going on there. Nothing. Just thinking about grass and shitting, right? See a catfish, I'm like, there's some wisdom there. They look wise.
It's because they have long mustaches that they imitate stereotypical Japanese senseis in like cartoons and offensive media.
No, I don't think the Japanese are wise. I just think it's their eyes. They look like they know things that I'm incapable of knowing.
Oh my god, you're gonna make me look up catfish eyes, aren't you?
Yeah, look at the catfish. That's a wise and they get big too. And they're
I used to fish catfish.
You see a big catfish?
I've seen decent sized catfishes, yes.
No, I used to catfish after getting out of my 1-room schoolhouse.
You're gonna look in these eyes and think they're wise?
Yeah, look at that. That looks like it's probably that one like old Sega game where the fish comes up and talks to you that I'm like drawing this from. But look at that. That looks like he's gonna tell you something.
He has beady little eyes that have no soul in them.
A catfish looks like it's more likely to start talking to me than a cow is.
No, a cow is way more likely.
Look at a cow. Look at a cow does not, because they have the big mouths that are kind of human-like, right? A catfish. Mm-hmm. I could believe a catfish would tell me a riddle. I don't believe this.
Cows look big and dumb, but they look like they have souls.
I don't believe a cow would tell me a riddle, but a catfish would definitely tell me a riddle.
Nah, this cow's got some riddles.
No, that cow is thinking about grass and fucking sun.
Okay, and that catfish isn't thinking about anything.
Yeah, that catfish is just thinking of a pretty tricky riddle that if I solve, it's going to give me a pearl.
It's not going to do that. This cow looks like he's guarding the barn, and you have to answer his riddles. You think it's going to be riddles 3, but it's riddles 2. And the answer to the second riddle is also the answer to the first riddle. That's the third riddle.
I don't think a cow's going to give me a good riddle.
Nah, this cow.
A catfish, you're going to answer 3 riddles and it's going to give you a wish. No, I'm taking back what I said. I do consider the Japanese wise because they have koi ponds. So they obviously are aware that fish are smart. Look at a koi fish. That's a thing that could have a conversation with you about local events. I do not believe this of the cow.
No, this looks more like it's going to give you a riddle. I will say koi fish are... Well, even pescatarians, you don't often hear them eat koi fish.
I don't think many people eat koi fish to begin with.
Exactly. Because you look in those eyes, and even if they don't look very riddly, they look soulful. This doesn't look like they're going to discuss local politics. He does look like he's going to discuss a riddle.
I'm not saying he's going to pop up and say, hey, what do you think about issue 5? I'm saying if you ask him about like the local tax levy, he'll be aware of it and will have an opinion on it. This is not true of the cow.
It depends. The cow knows farm politics more than external politics. Like, the cow won't know what's going on in the city unless the farmer talks about it. But he knows all of the internal comings and goings and how the farm is run. And he knows exactly the laws necessary for him to run the farm correctly because that's what the farmer talks about all the time.
I think that a cow has the emotional and conversational capability of like a 19-year-old guy in college who has like nothing on the walls of his dorm. Now a horse has a favorite sitcom.
Yeah, of course it does.
I'm not saying all mammals, the fish are, but I'm saying like the cow. You know, I don't think it's very intelligent. I don't think I'd have a good time talking to it. You'd be like, hey, how's it going? You'd be like, okay. Do anything interesting recently? No. A cow would list one of his hobbies as drinking.
No, none of these cows look like they would list drinking, like booze hopping as a hobby.
Not booze hopping. You just say, like, what do you do in your free time? They're like, oh, drink, watch golf.
Golf, definitely.
Yeah.
This cow is a golf fan.
Yeah.
This cow has a favorite golfer.
Deplorable.
It's fine.
I've watched a lot of golf. It was always on the sports channel we played at the diner. Mind-numbing.
Nah, it's fine. I mean, it's not...
awful. I don't like a sport where you can't yell.
I'm trying to think I don't know what the worst sport is. Billiards is the best sport.
If you go to a golf tournament at billiards, right? Someone does a cool trick shot. You'd be like, yeah! No one's going to yell at you. If you go to a golf tournament and someone does a really cool swing or whatever, and you go, yeah! You're escorted out. Stupid. You should be able to yell at any sport you should be able to yell at.
I almost certainly agree with that. I don't know if there's a sport I would disagree with that. Are there any sports that necessitate quiet?
That require you to be quiet? Like the largest sport organization? Or are you saying like the sport can't be played in a noisy environment?
Mostly the second, but
golf,
if we find the first.
Golfers are weak. Golfer's like, it's too loud. I can't swing my club when people are talking.
Yeah, they should just be like basketball players and learn to tune it out during free throws.
Yeah, what's like, I need complete silence or I can't swing my club.
Listen, I don't like the sport of golf.
At the hockey game, the entire court of the stadium was screaming, not even at them, at the referee. And like, hockey players kept going. They weren't like, quiet, please.
Sure.
Welcome to the Two Men in a Movie podcast, where each week one man shows another man a movie he can't believe he hasn't seen. As always, I'm your sports educator, professor of sports, coach host, Matthew Olenchek, joined as always by my I'm looking for the word sports heretic, sports atheist, co-host and co-husband Harrison Poole.
I'm doing just dandy.
I didn't ask how you were.
Hey Harrison, how you doing? I'm doing okay. I'm so tired, and I have such a busy weekend coming up. That's gonna end with your birthday party.
Party is a strong word.
Anytime we celebrate the
even more as a memorial.
Why?
It's another year, another eternity.
Oh, I agree with that.
Every year is a graveyard. I mean, like...
Yeah, to be alive is to suffer, and sunseeds is a curse.
Yeah. And so it's another year of that, and it's another step closer to death. So I get no great joy out of getting older.
But you're
And
also
I'd say most people, if I polled most people wouldn't say things like, "Oh, I'm so excited for my 30s."
I'm pumped for
I
my
know.
30s,
I think you're
dude.
unique in that.
Okay, I'm pumped for my 30s, man. Your 20s suck. Your 20s are horrible, and I'm sick of them. You have no money. You have the most. It's the most stress you're under because you're figuring out how to be a person. You're laying down all of the habits that are going to form the rest of your life, and you won't know if they're good or bad until they happen. You're under so much scrutiny because you're always doing them wrong by everyone. And it's hyped up as if it's the most fun time in your life. And it's not. It's horrific. And I can't wait for my 30s. I can't wait to see what the seeds I've planted have grown into. And be more developed as a human being.
Maybe your 20s were just uniquely worse than other people's 20s. Not uniquely, but personally worse, I suppose is a better term. I'm not saying you are like a Jesus Christ of having a bad 20s. I'm just saying that perhaps yours is worse than the average.
Most people I know would rather be in their 30s than be in their 20s.
Are they in their 30s?
They're in their 30s, 40s, and 50s, yes. And all of them would go back to their 30s before their 20s. You're more of a developed person in your 30s.
Kind of boring, though, isn't it? There's no change or growth. You're just stable.
There is change and growth if you
but it's not
yourself.
It's not as exciting.
What do you mean?
It's not as grand. 20s is all about self-exploration and finding your place in the world.
Yeah, and that sucks. Also, your 20s aren't so much now about self-exploration as much as figuring out what you want to do and dedicating yourself to that one goal, myopically.
This has not been the case for me personally.
That's fine. Most of the people I know who I interact with would rather be in their 30s.
Maybe it's a median thing.
It's also family would rather be in their 30s.
Like your family?
Yeah,
So it's
my
a pool
family
thing.
and other families that friends of families. It is people who I know. You are more financially secure in your 30s. You're more self-secured in your 30s generally. The person who you know more who you are in your 30s generally.
Yeah.
I kind of know who Harrison is, and I would love to meet, and I'm so ready to meet him. It's gonna be awesome. And there will be times when it sucks because being a human sucks, and to be alive is to suffer, and sentience is a curse. And the absolute best case scenario is you die peacefully alone and leave those you love the most to mourn you. Your last act as a human being is to emotionally devastate the people you hold closest, and that's if you did your job correctly. But I'm so excited to see I'm so excited to see the developments that are happening now fully form.
See, I feel like I've known who I am since I was 24, I'm going to say.
So you've had no personal development in 7 years?
I mean, I've had development, but it hasn't changed the core aspects of me. I have been able to say I'm so excited to meet Matthew since 24. I don't know. I just don't have this experience where you're not realized until you're in your 30s. And all this besides, you are the only person I've ever heard be like, I'm so fucking excited for my 30s.
Dude, it's gonna rule.
You might be the first person to say that.
Dude,
say I'm so fucking excited for my 30s. It's going to rule and be awesome.
I can't wait for so many things. I really hope the financial security starts happening. Or if it doesn't happen, I'm ready for the personal security to start happening. I will have been doing stand-up for a decade at that point, and I will have more of if not a career, more of an acknowledgement and solidification of its place in my life. I'm just so ready to see what happens. The things that I've been trying to build for the last 8 to 10 years, I'm so ready to see them built, and all of their ugly glory, and all of the messy fucked up parts, and to be able to chisel those away over the next I don't know how long alive I'll be, but let's pretend, I don't know, let's pretend I die at 70.
I mean, you're gonna
like that's the I have
your
the
New
next
Year's
40
resolution
years.
is to start smoking. So I think
That
you're
was a joke, but sure.
I think
yeah,
you've been talking for as long as I've known you. You've talked about your great desire to smoke.
I
So
know because it's cool.
I think you're gonna start
Smoking
smoking.
cigarettes is cool.
You're gonna relapse into alcoholism. You're gonna push everyone away, and you're gonna get really back into euchre. You're gonna die at 37.
I'm 37.
I think you'll make it to 37. My great grandmother made it to like 99, and she was missing half of each lung. So I think you can make it to 37.
Hell yeah, dude.
And I'm gonna
ready.
be at your funeral, and be like he always said, he was so excited for his 30s. They were gonna rock,
And they did.
didn't.
I went
They
down in a
didn't.
blaze of glory.
They weren't great. And Joe, the sole person at this funeral, will be like crying. I'll just be talking. It'll be me, Joe, and the priest. You've pushed everyone else away.
Listen, I don't know if I'm gonna drink in life generally, but like whatever. Like I'm not
You're
not
just
counting on relapsing. I'm not counting on not relapsing. Like I would like to believe that I have enough of a shit on it now that if it starts again, I would be able to figure out the pathway to get my shit together again.
See, I feel like I put down like $10 on your life just falling apart in your 30s. Not like a large amount of money, but enough that if the payoff happens, I would get something out of it.
What are we defining life falling apart? Are we talking singular events that affect a temporary amount of time, or like
Geneva leaves you, you're back to playing euchre.
that would?
I think that's a sign.
I
of
would
it.
be genuinely sad if Geneva
Drinking.
leave me. There would be a period where I would be very, very upset, and I would hopefully move on in life. Drinking.
You're still doing comedy, but you're starting to get a bad reputation amongst the other comics. Like, here's Harrison again.
Also, people rebuild after their life falls apart so many times. Like,
But you can also definitely have like a crashing out you don't recover from.
I could.
I think if your life falls apart again, you're not going to recover from it. That's my take on the situation. I think that like next time you fall apart, it will be a blaze of glory. I'll enjoy it, and I'll be like, man, he fucking rocked and he rolled, and people will be like, you have to stop saying that. It's insensitive. Like what happened was really sad and tragic. I'm like, nah, dude, you went out like a fucking rock star.
If I start drinking again, which I don't plan on any time, but one day at a time and blah, blah, blah. If I start drinking again, I would like to believe that I would have the ability and have built up a support system that someone would be able, or I would be able to guide myself to the next steps. If Geneva leaves me, I would be very, very sad for a while, and I would probably move on in life. Such is life.
How
And also,
romantic.
depending on how bad it is, like depending on how bad the breakup is, we might still be friends. We enjoy the company of each other outside of the relationship. And what was the other one? I'm gonna push people away.
Yeah.
I mean, if that happens, it happens, and I would like to believe I'm charming enough to rebuild relationships. And if and when I get my life back together, I can make steps towards rebuilding the relationships
I don't
that I
think
want.
you will. I think you're like you said, you're gonna go out in a blaze of glory. It's gonna be.
Or I go out in a blaze of glory, which is also rad as hell.
I think that's
also awesome.
I think if your life starts to fall apart, it's gonna snowball, and that's the end of you. It's gonna I'm gonna be like, he went out like a rock star, and people are like, stop saying that. They're gonna get upset with me for saying that because they're gonna think it's really sad and tragic. Like you're gonna be like a sad story to everyone but me, who goes, dude, he rocked and rolled, and they're like, Matthew, we fucking committed suicide.
Some misunderstood 14 to 17-year-old is gonna read my story and dedicate their life to is gonna either misinterpret the moral of my story and have a very very bad
there's no
life,
good way.
or they're going to interpret it correctly and they're going to build a life to prevent that from
I'm
happening
gonna
to
be
other
doing
people.
shots like to Harrison, a true rock star. They're like, mad. He fucking like choked to death on his own vomit after passing out while playing euchre alone in a Red Roof Inn. You're gonna die in a dingy motel room on the road playing euchre alone, choking on your own vomit. And I'm gonna say that's what a rock star does. And people are going to stop talking to me because of this. I'm going to lose friends because of your life falling apart. Because I'm going to be so supportive of your rock and roll lifestyle.
And I think if my life falls apart, I will be able to put it back together or to rebuild a new one.
Oh, no chance, dude.
Why do you have no faith in that?
I don't think it's going to be that mundane of a falling out, like of a life falling apart.
Sure, absolutely. And if I survive it, which you seem to think I won't. If I
guess
do,
what I'm saying that is if your life starts to fall apart, it's going to be in such a way that I don't think anyone could survive it.
what do you think is going to be the catalyst to my life falling
I
apart?
don't know. I'm interested to see. You're going to turn 30 and it's going to suck. You're like, well, actually, this isn't great. And then you're just going,
Nah, 30 might be rough just that year, but like the first few years to your mid 30s, I'm excited to see like what happens.
I don't think it's going to be till like 32. I might start to feel a bit better at 32. But like 30, you're like, 30 and 31's like your first step into the 30s. Like, fuck. Maybe 32, you're like, all right, I'm here.
30, you're like, I'm out of my 20s. Now I got to get shit on lock. 31 is like, okay, now
I feel like either you enter your 30s with shit unlock or you're not going to have your shit unlock.
That's not true.
Everyone I know who's in their 30s and has their shit unlock entered their 30s having their shit unlock.
And I probably know just as many people who figured their shit out in their 30s.
Seems a bit late.
You're in the first third, dude. You figured your shit out in the first third. That's awesome.
It's like the first half, really. I mean, most men live to 75.
Still, you figured your shit out in the first half well before buzzer beater. You figured your shit out well before the first half. Now you can live the second half. And if you figure your shit out in the second half, congratulations, you still figured your shit out. Now you can live the rest of your life like with your shit figured out. And also, you're going to also lose your shit and refigure it out. Like, such is the way of life.
Nah, dude, you're in a Euchre King it.
And I have faith in me.
I'm so excited for you to have to go around in your little electronic wheelchair where the back's like a card. It's like a custom wheelchair, like a custom, what do they call them? The mobility scooters?
Yeah.
But like the back's like a King of Hearts or something. It's an important card in Euchre.
Any of the jacks.
So it's like a Jack of Hearts. You get out of your cane. There's like a spade on top. Not a spade, that'd hurt. Like a club, like a card club. And you're wearing a suit that has like card logos on it. And a Panama hat. The Panama hat's the hat of a man whose life is falling apart.
So you brought the movie this week. You brought
Deepwater Horizon?
Yeah, 2016. Okay. You watched the movie.
Yeah.
And you okay. Okay. So, yeah, you brought Peter Berg and Mark Wahlberg's first collaboration of 2016, Deepwater Horizon.
Yeah, this movie's based on a true story.
Of the 2010 BP oil spill? Yeah. The Deepwater Horizon oil rig blowing up.
A bit before your time, but I remember it well.
I also remember it fine. I remember it well enough, too.
But yeah, this movie,
I was in
working class triumph. It's all about the working man and how big money's bad. And how John Malkovich had like 3 hours to practice his accent.
It's so bad.
That dere mud.
I can't tell. And he has like 4 different accents in this movie. I can't tell if he's Cajun or regular Southern, like what we know is the Southern accent.
He's supposed to be Cajun.
Then he should do it better.
This whole week I've been walking around my apartment going, ooh, that dere mud.
I think he's fine in this. I think he's fine. I think the accent bumps it down a lot for me.
If that there test was bad, there would be mud.
No. My general thoughts on this movie is that it's very watchable.
I say for a large part, it's very watchable. There's like a good 20. I don't look at my clock when I watch movies. There's a part of this movie that's like fuck so hard, and it's when the rig's exploding. When the rig is exploding,
there are 2 shots.
Fucking rocks.
When they have there are 2 shots. Both of them are when people get knocked off the rig, and it's some of the most laughable CGI I've seen in a while. It took me out of the movie, and I laughed.
Rocks.
And I know I wasn't supposed to. It failed at its mission.
My top 3. I think the top 3 moments I have. The top 3 like this fucking rocks moments where people died in real life.
Yeah, that's the thing. This horrific tragedy
is when they walk out of the thing. They walk out of the room and they see like the towers exploding.
Yeah,
rocks. The shot where the engine, like you see the engine going crazy and then it stops. When was it Hollywood? They call them Hollywood, right?
Yes.
when he like leans over and he just gets a little bit of oil on his finger, and the actor is so good at portraying such like eldritch fear over such a small thing.
That's Dylan O'Brien.
Yeah.
That's Teen Wolf.
He's doing great in this
I think
movie.
he was in Teen Wolf at this time. He ruled.
Like, that is such a good moment where it's just the smallest fucking thing. Just a little bit of oil, and you can tell how fucking terrified
immediately he understood how bad the situation was.
It's a moment of just like this truly eldritch fear.
Yeah.
It's like such a good moment. And then it's immediately followed by, oh, we sure that there ain't just some sort of yeehaw kick? By John Malkovich.
John Malkovich is fine in this movie if you can get past his accent. He is almost too much.
Is that there a catfish?
And if you think he's too much, I agree with you. If you don't think he's too much, I agree with you. He is so close to beat the line.
Is
for
that
me.
there a catfish?
Okay.
The one thing I've seen about this movie that I've seen multiple times and isn't like
it's fine. It's
no,
watchable.
it is not the movie, but like something I've seen said about the movie, which is just weird. I've seen it multiple times. Is they're like, you know what? Mark Wahlberg's really good at playing a man who lists things. And you know what? I think they're right when he lists everything that's like he does do a fantastic job of an overworked worker listing things. Like, I feel like if I was working at the Grill and someone's like, what's going wrong with this place? Like, that's exactly how I'd list everything that's broken in East Way.
Also, this movie isn't what I thought. I thought this movie was going to be like a courtroom drama with the shots in between. I thought the through line of the movie, especially in the opening credits when they have
like a Sully kind of thing.
Yeah, like a Sully. I thought it was going to be like the prosecution or the like indictment, and then as they're telling the story, they'll cut back to what happened.
This movie starts by showing that everyone knew this wasn't going to work.
Yeah,
and then spends a lot of time showing you how badly it injured and killed people, what a disaster it was, and then ends by saying, and none of them got prosecuted. It fucking rocks.
It's yeah.
It is such a bullet at BP specifically.
Yeah,
I love it. It's just like,
I like this movie a lot.
I'm glad this movie exists. I'm glad there's a movie that's like, hey, what these people went through is terrible and BP didn't pay for it. Isn't that fucked up? Look at all the shit they went through.
Yeah.
I also like just another thing. It has nothing to do with anything we're talking about, but another part of this movie I like is the very real tactic of when he's trying to get the girl to jump.
Yes.
And constantly just distracting her, talking about something else, which is like a real strategy.
Yes.
And it's like, that's good. I like that. I like that a little bit.
In the end, just literally grabbing and tossing her.
He's like, he says something about the car. He's like, yeah, we're going to have to get rid of that engine. Throws her.
Yeah. This movie, yeah. The first 20-ish minutes, I wasn't on board. The moment they get, not even the moment they get to the rig, but let's say the moment they get to the rig, it's really the moment they're in the office. That's when the movie starts.
Yeah.
A lot of the first like 15 to 20 minutes, I was kind of bored is the wrong word, but more like, let's get to it.
Haven't seen it before. I skipped that part because I'm like, I want to get to when they're on the rig.
Sure,
on the rigs when the movie starts.
Yeah. It's truly, I'm
Anyone
just
who's
like,
gonna see
I
the movie
get
the
why we
first time,
do this, but like, let's
just skip to when they're on the rig.
No, you need the scene with the daughter because it makes the payoff at the end more.
Yeah.
The first time you watch it, watch all of the movie. After that, once you understand what the emotional payoff of the movie is.
Once they're on the rig and they're doing tests.
When he hands her the dinosaur fossil and she's sobbing and you don't fully understand the gravity of what happened, then like...
The tests are cool. I also just like machines. I was a big Modern Marvels kid growing up. So I like any scene in a movie where people are working with machines I don't understand.
I'll be honest, outside of the fuck the rich, this movie doesn't do much outside of what the genre expects it to do, but it plays the genre so well that I don't care. Yeah, like I was saying with
CGI
Slasher
aside,
yeah.
Sure, the aftermath's horrific, but like just the moment of the explosion happening does such a good job of being like how catastrophically this is failing
and how quickly everything fell apart.
How quickly, like the fact that like because there are things where I'm sure actually happened, but you wouldn't need to put in the movie.
Yeah,
where just the bolts are flying off, things are breaking glass, like how everything is systematically failing in the most horrendous way possible, and everyone's freaking the fuck out. And they do a really good job of like expressing the fear that people have of the situation, of the very small things things that, like, if you didn't know, you'd be like, oh, is that there here a kick? But like if you actually knew, you'd be like, oh God. I also am just a huge fan of like professional specific knowledge. And so just that, again, the moment where he just puts his hand in the oil and he goes, everything's fucked. It's like so good for me.
It's truly we're dead.
It gives me everything I want from this movie. Just the moment of, oh, we're fucked. And like, if you're not an oil man, you're like, that's just a little bit of oil. He's like, oh no. I love a situation where a professional and only the professional can look at the situation and be like, oh no. Like when I'm at work and I look at something and just like, instead of like ZPCII, it's JUPST, I go, oh no, this is fucked. Like I love specific knowledge of things. I love autism. That's why I like autistic people, because they have just a specific knowledge of something. Like, that's fascinating. And like just like professional knowledge, I'm a huge fan of, because it's like it's incredible to me. It's just really like interesting, and like I admire it.
This movie, what it lacks in expansive showcasing of storytelling, it more than makes up for in vibes.
Yeah, it's a good vibes movie.
Which is not to say that like it's boring storytelling.
No,
I think,
when Kurt Russell gets the shit beat out of him by his shower, the vibes are immaculate.
And Mark Wahlberg's,
they're like, we don't have to put him in the shower, but we need to put him in the shower so the viewer knows just how fucked everything is.
Yeah.
The man can't shower without the shower attacking him.
I don't know what happened in real life. Maybe he was in the shower.
Maybe, yeah.
But
like also just the really good follow-up after everything's blown up, but before they get to like hellscape, where like Mark Wahlberg is just fucking climbing out of the rubble as like an automated warning goes on in the background.
Yeah,
this is a disaster movie this is like a man-made disaster movie that does the man-made disaster incredibly well.
And one thing this movie does do very well in a storytelling, and I don't know if it's the story or the actor's portrayal, probably a mixture of both, is all the character dynamics and the relationships between all of the characters are so pronounced.
All the little bits too, all the weird little, the little bits we don't have to see. Just where the guy's like, this test's gonna be done, then we're gonna be done. I'm gonna go fishing, or just the conversation on the boat where he's like, I drink green tea, been doing yoga, and then he just spins his arm. He's like, able to do this for a month. And I also like it because it does portray like how it didn't have to be a disaster. That this could have been a very mundane thing.
Yes.
That they've done thousands of times before, but the corporation fucked it up. And everyone that isn't the corporation's aware of this, because everyone's like, this is the fucking well from hell. This is not a good time. This shouldn't be happening like this.
Like, just Wahlberg and Kurt Russell, you can tell that just through however long, let's say a decade of working together, like it has built, that level of trust has been built that wasn't always there.
Oh, when he's just asking like if he's flossed.
Right. And Mark Wahlberg with Dylan O'Brien with Hollywood, and you like that father-son dynamic, and then you see at the end of Hollywood with his own kid, and it's just like, oh,
that's a man.
That's a man. Like,
I also love they do the shots of the concrete breaking, because they do that good thing where it's like the monster's waking up. You get a lot of build up to this disaster happening because it wasn't handled properly.
But like how everyone viewed him as the kid, because he's probably the youngest one at, let's say, 23. Like, I don't know, but like he's probably in his early 20s. The moment of when they're in the boiler room and Mark Wahlberg just has that little quip of, you do know how to read.
Yeah.
And then he went, I got a full ride to UT for architecture. Then why the fuck are you here? Like, my mom's asking the same question. Yeah. Like, just this moment.
Money. Lots and,
but like, just
lots of money.
That moment alone of like him like having this protective moment, one, because everything is falling apart, but two, because it is like he wants to have another kid, he wants a son, and he is fulfilling this role as the son. And then when you see him in the hotel with his own son, you realize even if he's the kid on board, that's a man with a family.
He's a family. He works on an oil rig
with adult responsible. He is probably what Mark Wahlberg was 10, 15 years ago. Like,
now this movie, I like how it like I think it treats its disaster as well and with as much intensity as Chernobyl. The only thing that elevates Chernobyl is that Chernobyl's disaster is literally eldritch.
Yeah.
Is that radiation is literally beyond our fucking understanding. And I mean, we understand it, but like, it is, the effects of it are so beyond what we expect a disaster to be. You don't have that with oil, but you do have the ocean, which is a fierce mistress.
I don't know how you would make it, because I think the movie ends at the correct spot at the beginning of the disaster and then saying how bad the disaster was. I don't know how you would be able to tell the next 15 minutes of this movie outside
It'd be a different movie. It'd be completely different.
It would just be a different movie.
After it blew up, it was very bad, but in a much less exciting way.
Yeah.
It's mostly
you would have to make the courtroom drama movie, and then the end of the movie is them regaling how bad the effects were.
Yeah, because like it stops being, oh, everything went wrong and we're in hell, to being like, I don't know if we're going to be able to stop. In that way, it becomes more like Chernobyl, where it was the Eldritch.
Yeah.
The entire that entire part of the world might be a dead zone, because I don't know if we can stop this oil.
I'm not calling this movie fun, because it's a real event, and when you actually at any point remember it's a real event, it becomes a lot less fun.
Yeah.
But like,
it's a fantastic disaster movie.
It's a great disaster movie.
It is such, because every disaster movie needs a really good, like how the is it the Poseidon, the one that tips over?
Yeah.
The big wave. Like that's their big moment where it goes, and they show everything. You have to show everything going wrong. You have to show the people dying in the kitchen, fires, chandeliers. This has the whole thing. Mm-hmm. Like, they nail that very important part of the disaster movie, which is the moment everything goes wrong.
Where this movie, their fail-safe is like 4 minutes, and you realize in 4 minutes they failed, and it's all up in flame. It's like, oh shit, fuck, that didn't work. Oh shit, fuck, we're fucked.
Yeah, we're fucked.
We're done.
You didn't hit the switch. Didn't get to hit the switch, which might have helped. Yeah. Maybe. At that point, it was pretty bad, but
even like within, where he's like, they close the gates.
Yeah, they're doing everything, and it's like, fuck.
And it's failing
and
so quickly.
Everything's just going red. And the one person in the control room, probably more out of just the inability to accept the situation as a man who works. Mm-hmm. It's a moment where you're not willing to accept everything's going wrong. He's like, no, it's fine. It's fucking fine. Yeah. And then she goes outside, and this poof, the tower's exploding. And it's like, it's not fine.
Oh, yeah. You don't have the authority to call Mayday. And it's like, they're on fire. Yeah. You don't know the difference between a kickback and an emergency.
And then they cut to the really kind of calm, I really like it, the really calm Coast Guard.
Yeah,
Coast Guard don't get enough shout outs in movies as a branch of, I think, our military, which does a lot of good work. But they're very calm. Oh, we have to move that over there, get that over there. Showing the sheer professionalism of the Coast Guard.
The character dynamics are so well done. And not only do they like make the gravity of what's happening in the movie feel deeper, the aftermath, like every single time you saw a person outside, like we mentioned we mentioned Hollywood, but like even Mr. Jimmy, Kurt Russell coming in with the family and just them immediately dropping and all hugging each other. Like,
and just when the first time you see him and he's all fucked up, you're like, this sucks.
Yeah.
I do think the grounding does, because like you like these characters, they establish they're really good at what they do.
Yeah.
And so it allows you to portray, because like if you weren't able to establish their credibility, it's hard to portray how bad things are going, because none of us are oil people. Like when these little things that aren't outwardly like the end of the world happens, like it's like that thing didn't close and the person's like blood drains from his face. You have to believe in that character for it to work.
Even the one scene, like the dad, like the one scene characters, like the dad shaking Mark Wahlberg, being like, "Where the hell is my son? Is he alive?" And Mark just breaking down, like, I don't know. Like
they filmed. They do some really interesting camera work for that too. I like the camera work where they're like, I'm like, I think they're actually kind of capturing a panic attack here.
Yeah, where it's like where he's like, I don't know who your son is. I don't know where I know nothing, and I know I'm supposed to know. And these were my crewmen, and like you see him be like, and these were my crew, and I fucked up for all of them, and now some of them are dead, and like this is my fault. Like just really good, but also like the dad breakdown of like just a defeated, scared parent where that comes out in anger in that moment. And then the moment he's knocked away from Mark Wahlberg and you just see him break down. For as much as this movie like is just like a disaster movie, it portrays the emotion of the gravity of the situation very well.
It's able to really highlight the human tragedy of
Yeah.
it, which is largely the tragedy of it exploding.
Because
if you do want to focus
which might
on the
be
human
because it's real.
yeah, and also because if you did want to focus on the human tragedy, you would have made the courtroom movie.
Yeah.
Because there's less. It's more about the environmental tragedy, where like the actual thing exploding is the human tragedy of it.
I mean, I don't think this movie made the right decision or wrong decision. I think it just made its own decision. They would have been two different movies.
Entirely different
movies. And
one would have been Sully.
Yeah, the courtroom movie could have been great also. I think making everything happen in like real time in the movie, not literal, but you know what I mean. Like that does make it feel more direct. Well, I do think the courtroom drama wouldn't be environmental as much, or it could be, but I think another angle could have been like they could have really dialed up the fuck the rich, which I think that would have been the angle that they would have taken, and they would have ended with more of an environmental.
Because like I'm pretty sure the disaster is pretty much in real time, which is a great choice because you just sit there in it. You sit there and everything systematically goes wrong, and then really fucks up.
When they're like, we're gonna be there in 25 minutes, and there's like, that's 20 minutes too long, and you're in the movie for another 20 minutes. Like
keeping the real-time shot of him with the tool trying to get to the pipe, you need that.
The
shot is arguably too long, but it has to be.
And the prying of the pipe off the dude's leg happening more or less, like even that where you realize like, oh, this, like, they didn't get it the first time and they didn't get it the second time. Thankfully they did get it the third or fourth time.
The audience needs to sit in that hell for a bit.
But yes,
happening.
Yes.
Now this movie rocks.
This movie's very watchable. If it has any fault, it's that it's not going to convince you if you don't like the genre. It's a little too beholden to the structure in which the movie and the genre play in.
Yeah.
I think they could have played with the structure more if they wanted to. But also, if this movie has any flaw, or any like major flaw, isn't that, and I don't even view this as a flaw, it's that it is in a box and it does nothing to color outside the lines or try and get itself outside of the box. But when you build a nice little house in the box,
it's an Amish house in an Amish box.
It's a very, very nice house.
It's very well made.
And I don't got complaints. And if Amish architecture is not your thing, then you're going to look at that and be like, I don't really like that house. But if Amish architecture is your thing, you're going to look at it and be like, that house is awesome.
Yeah, this is such a solid movie. It's so solid.
Yeah.
It's a big old meaty. You ever go to a restaurant and you get some food and you're like, that really didn't fill me up? This is not that. This is you go and you like you've been drinking all night and smoking and you get like the perfect fucking cheeseburger and you eat it and you've never felt better in your life. That's what this movie is.
Also, as
satisfying.
As much as we talk about the first 20 minutes, they're not bad.
They're not bad.
They're just like, they're not the movie.
Yeah,
it's a preamble to the movie, but you also need it for the ending to have any impact whatsoever.
Yeah, they're not the meat.
Yeah, the ending loses all impact if you don't have the beginning. But also,
this is a meat and potatoes movie.
It really is. It's just a meat and potatoes. They're not the same thing, but it's just that Kurt Russell and the length made me think of it. It's like The Thing, where the first 20 minutes of The Thing are really, really slow. That when you hear The Thing is the greatest movie of all time, and you watch the first 20 minutes and you're like, I mean, this is really good, but this is like really slow. And then the moment The Thing happens, and you're like, oh, the first 20 minutes needed to be that slow for this to happen. Like, for this to have the impact. This movie is flawless. Like, the moment, like, at the ending where you're like, oh, you just justified everything. The moment where she's holding the dinosaur tooth and sobbing has all the impact and would have zero impact if you didn't have that discussion beforehand or her portrayal Also, and I get that it's a little cutesy moment and whatever. I don't love that the movie generally tips its hat with the Coke thing. I think that was a little on the nose, but like at the same time, you're allowed to be on the nose with the meat and potatoes movie.
The meat and potatoes movie.
You're not supposed to really go play with nuance.
I'm not here to have an artsy culinary experience. I'm here to have some meat and fucking potatoes.
I'm here to have some mashed potatoes and ham. Goddammit!
I want my tummy fat. I want this dare tummy fat.
This dare tummy. I want to be this dare fat.
This dare tummy. I want a fat. Mm-hmm.
I want a this dare fat tummy.
Mm-hmm. Been doing that all week. So I've been having issues. Total tangent that ties into the movie. I don't know what it is, but like, so I've been microwaving my oatmeal at 130, and that started exploding everywhere. So I did down to 120, and now that started exploding everywhere.
I don't know how you would have done it, but did you turn up the power of your microwave at all?
I assume it's something to do with the climate's my running theory.
Okay.
Like the change in temperature or something. I don't know. But I went, I came, because I walked up, I came back, and there's oatmeal everywhere. It's like, oh, that there oatmeal everywhere. That there oatmeal have a kick.
Well, that there movie pretty dang good.
That there movie.
Pretty dang good.
That there movie having a kick. That there movie ain't a blowout. That there movie a kick, because otherwise there'd be mud. Now explain that to me.
Yeah.
Now explain that to me where the mud at.
Also, I love when they test the kill pipe, it still goes into danger territory.
Yeah.
It goes back to 0, so they think it's going to be whatever, but it still rises to danger territory, or at least
it's only
moderate.
the part you're pushing through. I love, because there'll be times I just watch clips of this movie on YouTube if it pops up. There's a lot of comments from actual oil people who are like, it should never go above 0 like that ever.
A safe test starts at 0, stays at 0, and ends at 0.
It should not peak to red at any point. That's not good. But if that there a blowout, where the mud at? Now you tell me that. I love the line that hope isn't a strategy.
Oh, yes.
It's such a good line.
I love, when John Malkovich is like, give it to me straight, I want the honest answer, and he's like, I think you're trying to lose fuel as you're hitting the ground, and you're hoping everything works out, and hope isn't a strategy.
Yeah.
Like, just that, I forget exactly the phrasing, but it's like, you're trying to lose fuel right before you hit the ground, is like, that's something that like
that whole monologue from him is so good.
Yes, I liked that. That felt the most like human line, where it's like, no, you want my actual that was just an everyday analogy that people would use, but also it's a very technical analogy that like someone in his specific field.
It's like a basic, like how we would make like a really simple filmmaking analogy.
Yeah.
Like, it's not one that we're going super complex, but it's like a saying scans. I said that to my mom today on the phone, and she's like, what does that mean? Because Cameron said something scans, because Cameron's picked it up from me and Brandon. And so I'm like, yeah, Cameron said it scans. What does that mean? Oh, I forget it. Everyone knows this slang. I had to explain it to her.
But no, this movie is really solid.
It has brought us to a new edition of Matthew's bedroom bits. I don't know how to work it in yet. If one of you guys want to tell me, I'm going to do one of our socials early. 2minmoviepodcast@gmail.com. Work that there mud in somehow.
That there mud.
Or that there a kick.
Dude, that's easier.
That's easy. He's sliding. Ooh, that there a kick.
That there a kick.
Is that there a catfish? This movie would be great to fuck after.
The fact that I understood what that meant perfectly.
It's belong in the bedroom. It's belong in the bedroom, folks.
I was not horny after watching this movie.
But if you became horny, you could incorporate it real easily.
The fact that I had never thought about it until that exact second, and I immediately was like, you're right. Holy shit.
See, now if your partner is also a big film buff, another funny thing you could do is touch their genital and then do the finger thing. That'd be really good.
Like their pre-com. But yeah, Doctor.
That's what Ben Shapiro does whenever his wife's wet.
Ooh.
He goes,
But do you want to do something?
yeah, I have a little socials. If you want to see my little men, you can find them at Midwest_magician. You can email me, me and Harrison. I'll read it to him. But you can email us if you want to tell us how to use that there mud during sex. If you want to send us a video, we'll put it up on our YouTube at 2 Men and a Movie Podcast.
As long as it doesn't break community guidelines.
I'm willing to take a strike.
If everything is under sheets, I'm okay with it.
That there mud.
If we don't see genitalia, I'm chill with it.
I feel like that's an anal thing. When anal's gone horribly wrong, you go, "Oh, that there mud."
Also, just the beginning where they're gonna have sex, and he's like, "Do you want the 30, 60, or 90-second love package?" And she's like, "I'll take the full 90." And you see him go, "Whew, okay."
He gets so much shit. He does not get enough credit for his comedic skills, I don't think.
When he's good, he's good.
Yeah, when he's good, he's good.
Where were we?
I did all the shows.
In the description, there's Marvin the Movie
There's
Walrus.
Marvin the Movie Walrus, who gives no thumbs up. He loves the movie, but he lost some family in the oil disaster.
Moment of silence.
Moment of silence for Marvin. And the YouTube will put up pictures of his family here. No, you won't. I can't. I don't have the ability to do that. It's an auto post. But imagine it.
Thank you. You can find me on Instagram, TikTok, Threads, and Lemonade at harrisonpoole.com. That's HARRISONPOOLEDOTCOM, harrisonpoole.com. Or you can find me on Letterboxd at HDPOOLE124.
You really gotta change all your user things to remove the E. And then you can just say harrisonpoole.com, all letters.
Sure. I think I gave this movie 4 stars. I cannot remember.
It should be like Harry the Pool Man.
It should
Harry
be
the
Ha
Pool-
Ha Harrison.
Ha ha Harrison, the pool boy. Parentheses. Keep your mother away from him.
So you can find me January 22nd in Belmont, Ohio at Route 40 Lumberjacks, where I will be featuring for my friend Jesse Pimpinella.
Jenna will not be there.
She doesn't like lumberjacks.
Like lumberjacks.
So you can listen to my other podcast that I do with my brother Ethan called Same Movie Every Week. We're about to record our second episode tomorrow, where we watch the same movie once a week, every week for a full calendar year. This year we're doing Detective Pikachu.
Insane choice.
Thank you so much to Tristan Hofstetter for our theme music. Thank you guys for listening. Tune in next week for Happy Death Day 2. I'm so excited. I can't wait to rant about how mad I am at Blumhouse for screwing this movie over. Also that the movie made insane money but still didn't get a third. Anyway, not the point. You'll hear me do the full rant next week. That's Happy Death Day.
I'm not going to even be on the episode. It's going to be Harrison talking to a microphone for an hour and a half.
I
might download League of Legends on my phone and just play while he goes on a rant for an hour and a half.
Thank you guys for listening. So long and good night.
Hugs and kisses. That there a good old wet kiss.
This is Matthew and Harrison's 2 Men in a Movie. It's not what it sounds like.